So in the past 2 years, I have directly been involved in training 134 people, 134 new people who are coming into the fitness game. People who come and tell you that they want to lose weight, they want to do this, they want to make fitness their lifestyle, they don't want to grow muscles, they just want to be fit. Like different kind of people. I have been involved directly, 134 people in the last 15, 16 months, right? And I have been in the fitness thing for over 18 years now of training myself and also training, help train other people, right? So I have categorized these gym starters into three categories. I have known by pattern recognition who, from our first day together, from our first week together, I can tell if you are going to last 1 month or if you will fall off, right? I have also, by understanding and learning, understood the strategies, the methods, the mindset you need to have for you to last in the gym, last in the fitness game, so that you can make fitness your lifestyle, right? So I'm going to give you three categories. I'll put more emphasis on the second part of the third category. That is where I am more interested in. So before we step into the three categories, let's talk about addiction a little bit. I have seen people who are literally addicted to the gym. I have seen people who are literally, like, when I say literally addicted, I mean such that they can't go a gym day without going to the gym, right? If it is gym day, like nothing is going to stop them, not rain, nothing. And if they don't work out, they feel literally physical discomfort. So I have seen people who are addicted to the gym. Now they say addiction is bad. But let us define addiction in the first place, right? Let us define addiction in the first place. Addiction is your brain compelling you to engage in a familiar action that produces a natural reward. Your brain compelling you, right? Trying to force you to engage in a familiar action, right? Like emphasis on familiar. I learned something of recent about pleasure and reward, how your brain interprets pleasure. I learned that your brain interprets pleasure equally, whether you are deriving pleasure from laughter, happiness, or from sex, from eating food, from chocolates, from reading or watching movie. Your brain recognizes pleasure equally the same. But then there are some activities, there are some things that we engage in, right, that your brain will be forced to produce more hormones, more dopamine, right? And so the pleasure is going to be higher than normal, right? And your brain will react to it, your brain will expand. Now the more you are repeating that activity, the more you are taking those things that gives you a high dose of instant dopamine boost, the more your brain is going to be rewiring, right? The more your brain is going to be rewiring, and the moment you don't feed the brain that thing, the brain will start attempting to go back to its normal state, and that will come with some, cravings and all. And that is how addiction is formed. Now, there are good addictions and there are bad addictions. And what are bad addictions? What are negative addictions? Bad addictions basically are addictions that, yeah, your brain will release the higher dose of pleasure and all, but then it does harm to the body. The substance you are taking, the things that you are doing, things like drugs, sex, right, gambling, right, addiction to food, internet addiction, right, shopping, right, those are bad addictions. If you are addicted to them, you know that the activity is going to harm you in one way or the other, right? So now, what are the positive addictions? Now we have sports, exercise, reading, right, learning. You have creative activities like music and arts, right, drawing, painting, all of this. You see people also being addicted to these things, and these things are what I term as positive addiction, right? Now, why am I explaining addiction when I said I was going to give three categories? I am explaining it because at the end of the third category, you are going to understand that the process that will keep you in the gym as a starter, the process that will really make this fitness thing to be a lifestyle to you, that process is what leads to addiction. positive addiction. And why is it positive addiction? If the negative addiction is going to bring harm to your body, it means that the positive addiction is going to bring progress to your body. If you check the high performance people, sports people who have always been addicted to sports, you're going to understand that they had to imbibe a serious work ethic, right? If you look at the people who are addicted to the gym, they have certain work ethic that they've built, right? They can't eat this anyhow. They don't even have time to be here. They can't drink this anyhow. They live in moderation, right? Which is good for the body and soul. Do you understand? Now, if you look at people who are addicted to learning, addicted to making music and art and all of this, you're going to discover that these people go to whichever extent they can to learn some things that will improve their crafts, that will improve their art. Right? At the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what it takes to be addicted to the whole fitness lifestyle. Now, the first category we are going to look at, the people I term talents. These are people who act like they are born for. In fact, they don't act like they are born for the game. They are actually born for fitness. They don't try. They do not try to come to the gym. Like, they do not overthink to come to the gym. They just come to the gym. Like, they are just led to work out. They are the people at home, the kids at home, that they don't force them to do any workout, but you just see them trying to do push-ups, trying to use the door for pull-ups, they just want to engage in fitness activities. They go play ball, like do some certain kind of sports. Like, these are talents. They are born for it. And if I see them, I recognize them because there are certain traits that they have that other people do not have, right? They do things effortlessly in the gym. They do things naturally, right? If I am teaching them workout form, I just teach them like once and they get it, right? These are people who most of the time are mesomorphic in nature. Mesomorphic actually is a kind of physique, right? We have the mesomorph, we have the endomorphs, we have the ectomorphs. The ectomorphs have very high metabolism. It is very hard for them to be fat, right? Their metabolic rate is freaking high. Then we have the endomorphs, who are more on the bigger side. They find it very difficult to lose weight, right? They are the endomorphics. Their metabolic rate is low. It's quite lower than the other ones, right? Then we have the mesomorphs now, who are naturally athletic, right? Like, they naturally look athletic. They add weight easily and they lose weight easily. Now we have hybrids. We have endomorphic mesomorph, we have ectomorphic mesomorph. And the talents now, they always are either pure mesomorphs or they have a bit of mesomorphics. That is how it is in business too. There are people who are born for the entrepreneurial game. Like, they don't need to learn how to be disciplined. They don't need to learn how to be patient, how to be resilient. Like, they lose from this business, they move on to the other one, they move on, like, without any form of regret or without any form of doubt, or without any form of like, I'm wasting money. Like, they are just in the game naturally without learning all of these things, right? And they keep doing and they keep doing and they keep doing, and at the end of the day they get addicted to the whole process of failing and doing again and all of that thing, right? So now these people stay. Once you are a talent and you enter into the field of your talent, you stay. There's no going back. Right now, the next category are the people I term the hyperactives. And like, I am just telling you what I have noted down, what I have observed, right? I'm not trying to but I'm just telling you my observation. Now, the hyperactives, number one, they think they know more than their trainer. Legit. They think they know more than their trainer. They are people who are good at what they do outside the gym, right? They have authority in what they do outside the gym. They are good in their business or in their career or in their whatever, and they know how to think. Actually, they know how to plan and prepare, and they, as a result of that, overanalyze things. So before they come to the gym, they already have gotten their sportswears, or they've prepared, they've gone online to watch some Instagram videos, they have followed some Instagram models, they have watched some workout and all. So when they come to the gym, they have never done this thing. They have not done it, but they already feel by their visual experience or their visual knowledge that they accumulated, they feel they can do it. So when you are telling them things, when you are explaining to them, like they like just get over with the talk. Like I don't need the talk. I already know how. These are the people who ask you questions just to set you up, just to make you know that yes, they too they know. Okay, they bring in their career status to the gym. There's this feeling, I be boss or I am a boss or that kind of thing. Inability to learn because they think they know. Most of these people, when you teach them form, when you're trying to teach them, how to hold the bar, how to go down with the bar, how to act the back, and all of that, they just listen to you, but they have not brought down their mind to learn. They just can't learn because they already think they know. Like if I know, waiting this boy they tell me again. We are no. These are people who also in the business side of things, in the entrepreneurial side of things, they maybe accumulate money from their career, or they went to get funding somewhere and they come into the business field. They come into the business field with all ignorance, but they feel they know it all. Like they think business environment is all about money, like it's all about capital. That is what most people think. They think, say, if you just get money, if you just enter business and you just blow, but at the end of the day, you will see, say, even with your money, the rules that plays in the business field is different from the rules that plays in the whole career corporate thing. It is a different gameplay over here. And if you come into the field thinking you know, then you are going to be humbled. You are going to be humbled. And this category of people, I divided them into two. 99% will follow. 99% of them will fall off. They will fall off the gym. They won't come again. They won't even get up to 1 month. Why? Because they will begin to realize that this thing is not as I expected. They will realize that this thing is bigger than I thought it is. Right? So 99% of them will fall off, and 1% will remain. That 1% are the people who will get humbled and who will realize that, okay, I came into this field wrongly, with the wrong mindset, with the wrong method and all. Now I understand that it is not this way. I understand that I need to humble myself. I need to learn. I need to, just calm down and learn this thing and get what I want to get, become who I want to become. Now 1% humble themselves, and this 1%, I'm going to talk about them later. Third category now is the category of people that I call the doubters. Okay, the doubters. Now the doubters too, I separated them into two, but basically, generally from the beginning, the doubters are psychologically weak. Like I said, this is based on my observation. This is what it is from my analysis of people that I've worked with. They can't motivate themselves, right? They can't talk to themselves such that they will listen to themselves. They can't inspire themselves. They can't tell themselves to endure pain. They can't get themselves to do something and to say something and go by it, right? Psychologically, they don't have that energy, that self-awareness to do all of that. Now they have fixed mindset. They believe that they can't do. They just believe that they can't get to a certain level. They believe that they can't know certain things. Okay, they come and they feel that, this weight I'm not going to carry am. Right? They don't even want to hear that you have to progress. They don't want to hear that you have to start with this. Then one day you will carry that weight. One day you are going to carry that weight. They don't want, like, they know if you carry on. People come and you give them skipping rope. Like they don't want, they can't skip, and they have tried and it has not worked for them. So then they cannot skip. Do you understand? They have fixed mindset most of the time. They don't believe that they can learn to become. Okay, they feel that, okay, this is who they are. They have accepted, like, this is who they are. Okay, they have low threshold for pain and discomfort. This category of people, a little pain will drive them away. Little discomfort, they can't come in the morning because the weather is cold and sleep is sweet, or they slept late last night and they can't wake up early because they slept late. they came back late from work, so they are tired and all of that. Or they haven't eaten. Like they have very low threshold for pain. They can't handle pain. They can't handle discomfort, and they give up at the slightest distraction. The slightest distraction, they give up. Traveling. I travel most of the time. Okay, this week I am out of town. I'll come back next week, and I had a visitor. This week we are going to be closing late in the office. Slight distraction, they go off, and you don't see them again. They can't cope with distraction. Then low self-esteem. Most of them have low self-esteem. Most of them look at people who have the body that they want to have. Most of them look at people who have the strength that they want to have. Most of them look at people who have the businesses that they want to have. And they know that they can get to this level if they put in the work. But because of the fact that they have weak psychology, because of the fact that they have fixed mindset, they just believe that they are not up to the task. That is what they believe. So they will look at other people, they will be looking at other people like they are specially favored, like they are genetically favored, like they are gods, and then they feel so little. All right. So when they enter the gym and they see people actually lifting up some things, and they see some kind of well-shaped women, and then they are blah blah blah, they see some kind of, like, they feel so intimidated that they don't come, or they don't continue. All right. Or when they continue and they see that people handle pain better than them, like, they just stop. I'm telling you what I see, right? They just stop. Now, these doubters now, 70% of them will not come back. These are the people that, yes, have really fed themselves these things, like self-loathing wants to kill them, like they are steadily feeding themselves that they can't, and at the end of the day, they actually will not be able to, and then they will fall off. All right, but now the other 30%, are my interests, right? Remember that 1% from talent, and this 30%, they are my interests. Now this 30%, now they went through pain and discomfort. These 30% are the people that, yes, they came in as doubters. They came in with low threshold of pain and discomfort. But at the end of the day, they told themselves that if really they want to lose this weight, they told themselves that if really they want to get to what they want to get, where they want to get to, if really they want to make fitness their lifestyle, then they have to go through this pain. They have to go through this discomfort. They need to know how to just go through it, and they'll go through it. And when they go through it, they will discover that they don't feel pain anymore. They will discover that the discomfort, like, they have outgrown, they have outpowered pain and discomfort. Right? And I was telling some people the other time that this pain that you are feeling now, one day you are going to look for the pain. One day you will search for the pain because the pain won't be there. So you are going to be doing more because you are searching for the pain. Right? Now these people are consistent in showing up. They are consistent in showing up. They don't decide to stay back because of some excuses. Okay, sometimes people will say they are always traveling. Sometimes people will say that because of work. But I can mention people right now. I can pick up my phone now and call people that when they travel, they still work out at where they travel to. Even if they don't get access to the gym, they do home workouts. So traveling cannot be an excuse, right? I will call people now and tell you people who resume office by 8 o'clock or who close office by 5, by 6. But these people go to the gym every day, either in the morning or in the night. Doesn't stop them. You understand? So these people now, they understand that I need to find a way to go ahead of all of these things. So if I resume work by 8 o'clock, then I should be able to wake up as early as 5 or as early as 4 to get this thing. Or from work, I don't go to drink, I don't go to hang out, I go straight to the gym to get 1 hour, 2 hours in before I get back. Like, just a strategy to overcome all of these things. And then they see that they keep showing up. You see that they keep showing up, right? Discipline to avoid distraction. If they will begin to consider all the activities that they do, they play video games when they come back from work, or when they come back from school, or when they wake up in the morning. They sleep unnecessarily, like too much. They spend the evenings hanging out or watching movies or drinking, or they stay back at work just to discuss more with friends before they get back home. But with time, they will tell themselves that if really I want to imbibe this fitness thing as a lifestyle, or this business thing as a lifestyle, then I need to use my time very well. You need to use your time very well, right? So you see them create 1 hour, you see them create 2 hours, or out of many things. Why? Because they are able to now discipline themselves to either wake up early. They are able to now discipline themselves to cut off some kind of habits, like video games, like movies, like unnecessary chit chat at the office when you close, and blah blah blah. Just cut off some things and discipline themselves to channel the time. Right now, they develop growth mindsets. They now discover that, okay, I know that I can learn this thing. Okay, they tell themselves that I can learn this thing. They tell themselves that, okay, people have done it. Look at this person, that when she came, I heard that when she came, she was not as good as this. I heard that when she came, she was not as strong as this. She was even worse than I am. So if someone was the way I am, and now she is like this, now he is like this, then I can also be like that. All right. So they go in, they begin to learn, they begin to develop themselves, they begin to know that, okay, one day I will be like this, one day I will be like this. Right now, they judge themselves based off their own progress. Right? They judge themselves based off their own progress. They don't look at other people and think that other people are more gifted than they are. They don't look at other people and think that other people are more genetically gifted than they are. They look at themselves and they say, okay, fine, today I am better than how I was last week. Okay, today I am able to skip 5 straight. Last week I wasn't even able to jump a rope. Okay, today I'm able to lift 5 kg. Yesterday I wasn't even able to carry the rod. Alright, today I woke up in the morning and came to the gym. Last week I wasn't even able to wake up at all. Do you understand? So they look at themselves and they measure themselves off of how they were, and not by other people. Right now, they learn mind muscle connection, and they learn strategy. Okay, they know that if they are working out, if they are doing these things, you have to concentrate. Okay, you are building your body, you are building a business, whatever you are doing, you have to concentrate. Right, and you have to plan. You have to plan what you're doing. You have to use strategy. Okay, now they understand time. They understand that nothing good comes in a rush. Okay, they understand that before this business works, before this body comes to how I want it to be, it is going to take time. It is going to take time. Okay, so now, if someone reshapes their mind, if someone reshapes their thinking, if someone reshapes their mentality and was this way before, okay, was not able to endure pain before, was not able to do all of these things before, and now the person have learned to withstand pain, the person have learned to discipline themselves, the person have forced themselves into the whole learning thing, and now they have begun to see results. Like I told someone that, don't worry, keep showing up, keep coming. Somewhere between your second and third month, you are going to start seeing results, and you are going to start getting addicted. Right? Addiction kicks in when you begin to see results. All of this while it's going to be pain, it's going to be pain, it's going to be pain. Right? But when you start to see results, then when you look at the mirror, your brain will begin to release that reward hormone, that dopamine, higher than power. Do you understand? So you're going to start getting addicted to the whole thing. So now ask yourself and tell us in the comment section, which one are you? Did you come into the gym as a talent, hyperactive, or doubter? And if you are a doubter, what level of doubter are you? Are you the one that will switch and become a talent and become addicted to the game, make it a lifestyle, or are you the one that will follow? If you are and hyperactive, you ask yourself that, are you the one who will allow, pride and carelessness and the other things stop your progress? Or are you that 1% that will decide to change and will decide to humble, right? And even if you are a talent, because most talents, I see some talents, right, also fall off. Okay, the thing with talents is even though talents are showing up 100% of the time, but some talents are not even looking fit at all, because they just look at it like it is normal. So they just go. They don't put so much effort to go to the gym like that, because it is like normal thing now, like their house. They just go and they know that, okay, if they just put in the work for like 2-3 months, they are going to get their body back. So they just put in. So most of people, some, not most now, some talents actually lack discipline. That is the truth. So if you are a talent now, you ask yourself that, why are you still having the physique? Why are you still in your business level that you were last year, or that you were last 2 years, last 5 years? Okay, why are you stagnant? Is it because you lack discipline? Yeah, even though you are consistent, even though you are showing up, right? Despite what, regardless of whatever, you are still showing up. But do you have discipline? Because you now showing up is not really discipline to you, because you are born for it, right? Or now, do you have the discipline to um, eat what you are supposed to eat? Do you have the discipline to sleep and rest? Do you have the discipline to stop eating or stop doing what you are doing? Do you have the discipline to sit down and read and learn about the business you are into? Do you have the discipline to do you have discipline if you are a talent right now? So I want you to tell us in the comment section. Tell us in the comment section, which category do you belong to, and which advice would you give everybody in a category? And if you are in this category, how did you get to the next category? All right, now if you get value for this video, give us a thumbs up and click on the subscribe button. Thank you. Stay strong, stay productive.